set boundaries, and I wish somebody told me that. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can see as the title, we are doing our back to school seasons, which means we're in a new era, we're in a new chapter, and we finna start it off right. We're starting it off with freshman advice, and I'm coming with all of the raw stuff, everything authentic, everything that you need to know. So we have a couple of categories because I did break them down in sections. First of all, disclaimer, do not mind my hair. I know so bad. Give me August 8th. The next time I see y'all, it's gonna look good. So, but yeah, we got a whole bunch of categories, but I was thinking to do this a short video. It's okay, whatever. So the categories are going to be extra info. By the way, these are categories, like they have stuff within them that we're going to talk about. Extra info is going to be basically like, this is going to be like the intro of the extra info, because basically just going to be like stuff about you, stuff that you need to know. Friends / inner circle, that's about your friends, you know, the people that you hang around. Relationships, high school relationships. Hygiene, and that's for people that like actually like you're like in a stable condition to afford it. If you're not, then that's your personal thing. Classes, you know, the usual. That also contains like your classwork and all that. And yeah, that's all the categories. Now let's go ahead and break them down. First one up, we got extra info. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to talk about for extra info is your first impression. You are going into high school now. This is no more middle school, no more playtime. Your first impression is going to matter. I used to be a sophomore, bro. And the one thing that people would say about freshmen, and they'll be like, oh my gosh, they're so loud and annoying, and they're always doing something. Don't be that. You will get talked about. So your first impression really does make a big impact, because you carry that. As soon as you make that first impression of being loud and rude, it don't change. The freshmen are not sophomores this year, and they still call them loud and annoying. Why? Because it carried on. You should not. Your first impression should be very classy, or you know what? Whatever your first impression you want to be, let it be that. But I would say that your first impression should be perceived as something good. Don't come in there with all that drama, all that. I'm not gonna say annoyingness, because that's not a word, for one, and for two, you know, that's not really specific. Don't come in there being loud, trying to be extra all up in everybody's face. Like, be what's it called? Be like, you're maturing, right? So be like more humble, you know what I mean? Like, we're not kids anymore. Well, we still are kids, but we're growing up to be and shaping into be the young men and young women that we're going to be. So we should really be like shaping like who we want to be. This is high school, you know, you figure out who you want to be for real. So I would say come in there with some class, you know, and like you know where you're at like the same, that you actually want to grow up, and that you're done being this child that just keeps on playing games, because I promise you that child mentality is gonna stick with you if you come up in there in the freshman year with all that. Next one we're gonna talk about. The next one that we're going to talk about, bro, peer pressure. That's something they always skip over. Peer pressure. So what is peer pressure? Let's get into that first. Let's say that you go up in there and you make 2 new friends, Cindy and Sarah. Cindy and Sarah smoke. I'm not saying that you don't have to smoke. I'm not telling you what to do with your life. I'm just giving an example of what peer pressure is. Let's say Cindy and Sarah smoke, right? And one day you go into the bathroom, because this is normally where the smoking happens. Like, they be smoking up in the bathrooms. Them bathrooms be fused, like literally smoke bomb. That's literally what it is. As soon as you walk in, walk out, you smell like smoke too. You didn't even smoke it. But yeah, what's it called? Cindy and Sarah, they smoke. You go in there, they're your friends, you know, y'all are close enough now, and y'all are talking, you know, and as you guys are talking in the bathroom, they pull out their little pens. They, oh, Sarah, here, you go. You, let's call you Nicole. Nicole, do you wanna maybe? Oh no, sorry, I don't smoke. I don't think I really want to get into that. Bro, what you mean you don't smoke? You so lame for that. Like, oh my gosh, who doesn't smoke? That right there is peer pressure. Because why are you trying to get the girl to smoke when she just said she don't smoke and she don't want to smoke? If your friend does that, that's not your friend, for one. For two, I know it's either you're either the type of person that it's hard to say no, or it's gonna be like, oh, okay, I don't want to say no because I don't want to lose my friends. Get you some new friends. I promise you're gonna have new friends. If you don't find your place with Cindy and Nicole, you're gonna find your place with somebody else, because there's a whole bunch of variety of friends. Like, if you drop them, that doesn't mean that you're not gonna have any friends. And it's okay to be alone sometimes, to be honest, until you find the right people. High school is where you find your people. You may not see them after that, because it really depends on your friendship. But when you choose the right friends, you won't have to worry about that. So that's my thing about peer pressure. I feel like peer pressure isn't really talked about enough with people, because it happens so commonly, but people don't really realize it. Like, you'll be peer pressured into something and you don't even notice sometimes. You just be like, oh, well, I was just doing it because, you know what I'm saying? Also, peer pressure happens sexually too. Mainly, like, let's say like a boy wants to do something sexual with you, but you are either at your lowest point, to the point where they manipulate and convince you to do it, or you just feel like you want to fit in and you feel like that's what high schoolers do, to the point where now you're up on all the T pages getting leaked because you did something in school. Honestly, you should be perfecting how to say no. Say no when you don't want to do it, because learning to say no more often is going to help you, because peer pressure goes on a lot inside high school. It really does. Like, I'm so serious. I've been peer pressured. It happens. It really does. But yeah, now we're gonna go into our next topic. Our next topic is gonna be adjusting. So you're going from middle school to high school. You're probably like, oh my gosh, everybody's gonna be so much bigger than me. I don't know where to go. My classes, da 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 da. Don't worry. Don't stress. Don't stress. I promise you, 1 week tops, you finna know that school like the back of your hand. That's not the back of your hand. Back of your hand. But like, literally. I don't know if this is for every school, but I know that you got a schedule. Don't be shy and don't be afraid to hold out your schedule and walk around. I promise you, nobody's gonna be judging you for that. One thing though, you should be looking out for them seniors. Make sure you tuck that schedule when they come around. Just saying. But yeah, don't be afraid to hold out your schedule. Look at that number. There should be a number next to the class. And then you should ask the teachers. Don't ask the seniors. You should ask the teachers, like, hey, like, what building is da-da-da-da? What building is da-da-da-da? And they will help you find your way. Or, what I used to do, once I found out where my class was the first time, and I seen, like, who was in my class, I would follow whoever was in my class to the class. Bro, it was this one girl. Her name was Ansley. I used to follow her to, like, I think my English class, because I didn't know where my English class was. So every so day, I would just, like, wait for her to go to English class, and I would go to English class. You could do that, but it would be better if you just, like, found your way around. But I promise you, you will do beautifully. Like, you're gonna find, if it takes you longer to adjust, that's fine. You know, not the end of the world. You will adjust. You will find your friends. You will find your place. Next topic we're going to talk about is your reputation. Your reputation matters too. In high school, it matters. So let's say you put out yourself as being this loud girl. This is following up on the fact that your first impression matters. Yeah, because if your first impression goes bad, you're going to have a rep. You're going to have a rep. Let's say you're this loud girl. You're very messy. You love to gossip, give drama, all that. That's your reputation now. And that's going to carry with you throughout whenever everybody forgets. And if they don't forget, you're cooked. Because it's gonna happen the next 4 years, buddy. 4 years. Like, literally, I know some people that still have the same rep from, what's it called? Had the same rep from freshman year. And we are juniors now. I cannot imagine what it'd be like for senior year. Honestly, I know a senior, too, that has the same rep. She has the same one. It's been carrying since middle school. It carried and followed her from middle school. Because some of the people that go there used to go to middle school together. So that did not work for the benefit of her. But reputations really matter. Make sure you have at least a stable reputation. Don't be messing with somebody if you know that they're gonna kiss and tell. I feel like that'd be like really bad on your benefit. Don't be doing stuff in the school. Getting nasty in the school is really nasty. Like, what else should not have a bad reputation? Don't be so messy. Oh my gosh. I don't hate things, so I'm not gonna say I hate it, but I really dislike messy girls. Messy girls is probably my biggest pet peeve, because it's like, why are you so into it with other people's business? And every single week you have something to say about what's the name when your GPA is below average. Like, I feel like all messy people prioritize the fact that drama and gossip excites them over the fact that they have a low GPA and they're failing their classes. So, for school supplies, I don't know. No, I don't think so. I don't know if any type of high school gets like a list of what you're supposed to get. My high school doesn't do that, but if it does, then obviously you're gonna know the kid. But if you don't get a list, obviously, first things first, you need a notebook. You need a notebook, a pencil for the first day. Notebook and a pencil, that's probably the only thing you're gonna want to get for the first day. Honestly, some people come to school the first day with their bags mad empty, which I don't blame them, because they literally don't tell us what the school supplies is until you go to the classroom, and they're gonna be like, okay, guys, we need binder. We need slip sheets to protect your papers. Like, they'll tell you once you get to the classroom. But if you actually want to be like prepared and stuff like that, go ahead and get yourself a pencil and you lucky I don't got no notebook around, but a notebook, and that's really all you would need. Oh, I don't know if I should put this in hygiene or what. Now I'm gonna talk about it now. A pencil pouch. You should get a pencil pouch. They're not gonna tell you to get a pencil pouch, I think. So I'm telling you, get a pencil pouch. We also want to get. What else do we want to get? I feel like a water bottle. A water bottle is like, that's something that, well, if you don't drink water, then that's not for you. But I feel like a water bottle would help you, because you know you get thirsty throughout the days, and that school water, I don't know. Okay, I know that you probably be on TikTok a lot, and because who isn't? And you see like all them jokes about, oh, the super seniors going after the freshmen, the seniors are going after the freshmen. I'm here to tell you that does in fact happen. It does. It really does happen. It happens. So you're probably like, oh my gosh, it really does? How do I avoid this? You avoid it by, usually they be lurking inside hallways. Like, they just be lurking inside the hallways waiting to see a lost freshman trying to find their class. So you see that man or you see that woman, you walk the other way. So going into high school, I feel like since you're maturing, right, you need to set boundaries. And I wish somebody told me that before I went up in that school. But you need to set boundaries. Know who you are and stick to it. Cindy and whoever I said is over there smoking. Make it, if you don't smoke, make it a boundary that you don't smoke. Don't let nobody peer pressure you into smoking. Just because they're doing it, don't mean you gotta do it. Don't mean you gotta do it. It don't. So know who you are. Set that up. Hey, this is me. If you don't like that, bye. Cut it off. The program gotta be tight. So being organized really helps you find like where your stuff is inside your backpack. And just helping you like in general, like as I said, with your mental health. So when I say organization, your backpack, right? You have your binders, you have your notebooks, you have your pencils, your pencil pouch. The pencils go inside the pencil pouch. And I know sometimes you're probably lazy and it's probably like, oh, I don't want to reach into my backpack, go into my pencil pouch, put my pencil in there, but I could easily just throw it in my backpack. I know. But it will make it so much easier. I promise you. I know within the moment you're probably like, oh, I just want to get out of this classroom, just shove all your stuff in the backpack. Because I be doing that too sometimes. But you know what I do after? I fix it. Because if you keep putting your pencils inside of the, just throw it into your backpack. There is a void. I don't know how to explain it, but there's a void inside your backpack. And it will get lost. I don't know how. Bro, I always... not always. But... whenever I be like lazy, I remember this one time I put my pencil inside my backpack. I never seen it again. And the thing is, your mind is like already like automatically, oh, okay, pencil pouch should have pencils in it. Where do you think your pencils are if you just keep throwing them in that void of your backpack? All of a sudden you don't got no pencils. Where do they go? You blame everybody else but yourself. You put it in that void. You did. So now it's either somewhere at the bottom of your backpack where you have to take everything out, dump it all out, search. Maybe you will find it, maybe you won't. That's organization. Then on top of that, I feel like everybody should label their notebooks. I don't know who don't label their notebooks, but you should probably label that. Oh, organization also helps with their grades. Next is lockers. So you're probably thinking, okay, High School Musical, okay. The summer turned pretty, all of that. We don't get the lockers for free. I don't know who decided to come up with, oh yeah, high school lockers. No. Well, I don't know if it's for all schools. They're either for decoration or you pay for them. That's that. That's literally that. But let's say you happen to get a locker. You should, whatever class is closest, like let's say you're closest to math class with your locker, because obviously you can't have two lockers. So let's say that you have a math class closest to it. Okay, cool. You should put all your math class stuff inside that locker. Because one, you'll be close, you know, you'll get it, you'll whatever, yeah. And two, you won't have such a heavy backpack. So now heavy backpacks are very common at school. They backpacks, like this be their back, and then the backpack be like all the way back here. Like, I don't know how to exaggerate that anymore. Like, literally big. Think of piano on your back. Like, literally. Heavy backpacks are very common. And I feel like we should all avoid it because there's scoliosis going around. Like, guys. So we should really avoid that as much as we can. Make sure your backpack don't have bricks in it. Don't feel like it has bricks in it. Yeah, that's that for fake friends. I think, like, as you're inside high school, the fake friends develop, like, something inside their brains when they switch from middle to high school. It just flicks off, and immediately everybody is just like, I'm gonna go mess with your man. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go talk behind your back. I don't know why, but I want to do it. Like, literally, there's a lot of fake friends going around. Like, seriously. Majority, I say 50% of the school is going to be fake, 50% is not. Find your people. Once you do, you find the ones that are actually really going to hold it down. You stay with them. You don't have a choice but to stay with them. Because once you branch out and you think, hey, I'm going to go find another friend, you find out what they're really about. You do. Or sometimes in the long run, you find somebody and you think like, yeah, y'all are OGs. No, they don't like you. You're probably thinking, okay, well, let's say I do have a fake friend. What do? You don't lash out. Do not lash out. Don't give them the benefit of the doubt. Don't, don't give them the attention. Because that's what they're looking for, obviously. Just let them go and let them be. And do not chase after them, because I've had so much cases scenarios where the friend is like, oh, but if I stop being friends with her, I'm not gonna have any more friends. you can easily find a new friend. This is high school. This is where you find your people. You're gonna have a new friend, I promise. Like, okay, so high school comes with a lot of drama. A lot. There's gonna be drama every single week. There is drama every single week. If there's not, you have a pretty chill school. I've never seen a high school that doesn't have drama. So, what to do? Stay out of it, obviously. Stay out of it. Don't engage in it. Because it's like, what are you actually trying to put yourself in for when you have nothing to do with Cynthia and Lucy's conversation? Like, don't engage with it. And let's say you're the person that's the drama of the week. Honestly, I would say, yeah, just try your best to stay away from drama. Because honestly, it's not going to bring you anything good. It's going to put a rep on you. And, what's it called? Yeah, just try your best to stay away from drama. Okay, so obviously, if it's not something sexual, I feel like you shouldn't go to the teachers. I feel like you should go to the teachers when it starts to escalate, like you know that y'all are gonna fight. Because, and I know that sounds like a snitch, but with that being said, like, when you go to the teachers before you fight somebody and you be like, man, I feel like, what's it called? This girl's been bugging me the entire time, bro. If we fight, that's what it's like. It's gonna be that. Like, it's gonna be that. They have to, like, you're not gonna be the one in trouble because you've been telling them about the situation the entire time. You've been informing them about it, so you're not gonna get as much in trouble as you think. So you're in high school. You think John's cute. You know, have a little relationship. There's nothing wrong with that. But what if, let's say that you want to do the do, and John wants to do the do, and let's say that y'all do it, right? And let's say that John either cheats or y'all break up. Either way, doesn't matter. Let's say that John's a kiss and tell. What is that? That means that after y'all break up, that man gonna start, what's it called? Singing like a canary. Okay, that's not funny. I seen it off a TV show. But yeah, anyway, let's say that he starts just telling the world, like, yeah, I hit that. Because that's what they do. That's what some boys will do. They will either expose you after y'all break up or when y'all are in an argument. That's why you need to really be careful with who you be choosing. High school love works out if y'all both want it. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it right there. High school love only works out when y'all both want it. Let's talk about hygiene. Okay. When I go into school, and I'm walking in the malls, going to class, I come across a scent. I come across a very bad scent. It's must. Gym, after gym, must. Let's prevent that. One thing about freshmen, well, one thing about everybody. People usually say it's just the freshmen inside my school, but I feel like it's everybody because why is it just freshmen that have bad hygiene? So, don't be that person that has bad hygiene. If you have hope, bring your deodorant. Bring your, what's it called? Perfumes. You see all my perfumes back there? I have many bottle perfumes. Hold on. I'm gonna show you. Okay. Travel size. Travel size gonna be your best friend. Ladies, travel size. Travel size. Get yourself a hygiene bag. Put that in there. Get yourself some travel size deodorant. Or if you actually fit a big deodorant like mine's. I don't know if I can see my deodorant back there. But that's the one I use. Other than that though, travel size. Alright, so this one I'm gonna go by really fast because it should be common sense. First of all, skipping. Don't skip. Don't skip. Honestly, how skipping works, basically you'll hide in a bathroom or wherever. Let's say you did it you skipped to a different lunch. I don't know how, actually no, let's do classroom because I don't know how lunches work at other schools. My school, like, there's A lunch, B lunch. I don't know if you're gonna have the same thing. Some people have fourth period lunch, fourth period lunch, fifth period lunch, sixth period lunch. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have that. So let's do classes. Let's say you skip second period class and you end up, but you go to first period class, you skip second period, and you go to third period. What happens is the teacher's gonna call you out. They're gonna be like, oh, such and such, Your teacher didn't mark you present last class, so I'm gonna go ahead and mark you present. Maybe they didn't see you. That's what they're gonna say. That's exactly what they're gonna say. And you're gonna be like, oh, okay. Boom. Now you're absent for one class. They're gonna pick up and know. They're not that stupid. Sometimes sometimes you'll get away with it, but other times it's like you won't. And okay, let's talk about grades. Your grades matter. They really do. Your grades, they make up your GPA. And since you were a middle schooler, you never had a GPA before, which means your freshman year will be your first GPA. I think it's either freshman year or sophomore year. Either way, you need to make up a GPA. If your GPA, so start off strong for freshman year. A lot of people, they come into high school, you know, the first semester they slack. Second semester, get their stuff together, slack. You know, it's an on and off thing. Freshman year, you can't do that. You cannot chill. First semester, go hard. You go hard. Second semester, you could like chill out a little bit, but don't go too deep. Don't go too deep, because as soon as you slip, that GPA slips too. First thing you're gonna want to do, find out your grad requirements for your school. Okay, I don't know, because I don't know if they're all the same. Some I think they need hope and financial credit or something like that. You know, like it might not be the same for you. So find out your grad requirements, and while you're going through your by the way, how you find that out is your counselor. Your counselor is gonna be your best friend when it comes to like school and stuff like that. But yeah, once you like find out your grad requirements, do that. Focus on that. Have that in mind like your entire like high school years. Sports. So if you're a sports type of girly, you know, you want to do tennis, oh no, I don't think they do tennis. Okay, if you want to do soccer, basketball, all that, go ahead. You know what I'm saying? That's where that deodorant comes in, the hygiene, it comes in. You put on the hygiene after you go and you do your little practices, because sometimes they'll have meets inside the morning times, or they'll have like after school practices. I don't care if it's after school, you put on your deodorant after that. But yeah, you could sign up for sports like with they should be, I don't know if other schools do this, but we be having like posters, and they have Instagram. Your school is gonna have an Instagram about the sport. Like let's say you want to do soccer, look up your school name and then soccer, and then their Instagram page will pop up. And then they'll have like some type of information of where you can sign up. Boom, boom, boom. And that's how you get into your sports. But then there comes this thing. It's called tardy lockout. And then they're forced to give you a tardy, because they will lock you out the classroom. Literally. Like, they'll lock you out the classroom. And then every single student that got locked out the classroom, you gotta go to the, what's it called? Either the media, any type of media center, the cafeteria, wherever they say to go on the intercom, that's where you gotta go. And they will give you a tardy. That's one thing I don't like, bro. Because my school spams tardy lockouts. Like, they love it. And I don't like that. I really don't. But yeah, that's all for this episode. Episode. Because we are on a series. So, this is all for episode 1. Stay tuned for episode 2, because this series is definitely going to continue now that we are going back into school. When is it? Like, it's August 3rd. I go back August 11th. I think the next video is going to be maintenance. So... oh, and the haul. Of course, the haul. I got some in the back. It's ready. It's ready for y'all. It's ready. I'm just waiting for that hair. But anyways, guys, I will see you in my next video, and peace.